Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. It seems like Ice Spice and Central Cee created some drama around their latest single. Now they dropped their new song together called Did It First. And prior to releasing this video, Ice Spice was parading around the town with this UK rapper Central Cee, and they've been stirring up rumors that they are dating. Now, funny enough, Central Cee's ex-girlfriend Madeline Argy put it on blast that he was linking up with Ice Spice behind her back.
Guys, imagine you break up with your boyfriend one night and the next day he is posted up with Ice Spice in Chrome Heart. I didn't even actually get to break up with him and he's already with the next girl. He gave me not even like 12 hours notice before he was being filmed in Chrome Hearts with her. The flight from America is 12 hours. She was already on the fucking plane. This is 4 days until my birthday. When I saw him in her comment section like that, I tweaked so fucking bad I was gonna put this screenshot on my story.
I want to pause this video and read what he messaged her. He said, "Come home, I still love you. You should caption your next post the same as Ice's." And the rest of it got cut off, but basically he was trying to pacify Madeline after she saw him commenting under Ice Spice's post.
I thought rapper boyfriend was at least considerate enough to let me have my birthday week, and then I see them at the club on the 6th of July. My birthday's on the 7th. This man has since emailed me, called my mum, tried to follow my friends on Instagram. You get the gist. So it wasn't that much of a surprise when I get a call from his team, and it's a girl on the end of the phone saying, "First and foremost, I'm a girl's girl." So his team is calling me, trying to convince me to have a conversation with him. And they're trying to tell me like he had no control over this. And I'm trying to get the point across. It doesn't matter if he had control or not. Why the was I told 12 hours before it happened? I'm going insane because all I'm seeing is comments being like, how could she condone this? This is so embarrassing for her. Like, why would she let her man act like this? Guys, I never agreed to this. No one told me. Okay, now that we got the logistics out the way, I have to laugh. When I got sent this story 5,000 times, me and my friends were dying. We thought Ice Spice must have found out that he played me and beat his fucking ass. That's the only reason he would have one shoe on. And then he escaped, and that's why he said you only live twice. Then this guy put on his broadcast channel, "No Madeline slander shall be tolerated." Who is he talking to? Who is he talking to?
Now, what I pretty much got from all of this is nothing but a huge publicity stunt, okay? I think Ice Spice and Central Cee's relationship is a publicity stunt. Madeline herself put it out there that Central Cee likes to play PR games. In fact, when they were dating, he tried to conjure up dating rumors with another girl. So Central Cee is a mess. He's a mess, and I think all of these stunts are for him to promote his new single with Ice Spice called Did It First. And Ice Spice is obviously in on this too. I think she feels like she has to create a little drama because she is releasing her album Y2K soon. So she's kind of stirring up some drama ahead of her album release. So this whole thing to me is just a publicity stunt. Now moving on, I want to talk about Normani. I did say I was going to talk about some of her interviews that I saw where she talked about her old management, and I'm going to get into that a little later on in this video. She did release her debut album Dopamine, which I really like, but her album just hasn't been getting the love that it should. Her label RCA has really fumbled her rollout. They haven't really put much effort into promoting her at all. They didn't even allow her to release her music videos yet, and she already recorded a few videos for her album, but the label has been holding the videos hostage for some reason, and I just don't understand why, because it could have helped her rollout. But personally, I think RCA is just not invested. And I kind of got that feeling that they weren't invested when Normani revealed that she had to pay $1 million out of pocket to fund her own video for Wild Side because the label didn't believe in the song.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot that I had to
You had to put up some money for
invest
it?
my own.
That's right. Invest.
Yeah, music
invest.
video. Yeah. Oh wow. Alone, but I believe in.
So
what
it's
I'm
over $1
doing
million
and-
budget, huh? That's crazy.
Definitely.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's clear that the label is not giving Normani a budget like that, and I think they won't really start caring about her until her music starts trending. But as of right now, it seems like they're not really invested, which is unfortunate. I think Normani deserves better, but I understand the industry is very hard. And if you don't do what the label tells you to do, if you don't make the music the label wants you to make, and most importantly, if the music is not performing in the way the label wants it to perform, then they will withdraw their support. And I really do like her album, and I think eventually people will catch on and appreciate it, but the songs are going to have to grow organically because the label ain't doing nothing to push the music. So the people have to do it. Now, there's another thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of the interviews that Normani did. I found them to be quite interesting. She did an interview with Terrell. Shout out to Terrell. And she also did an interview with Zach Sang. And she opened up about her week rollout. And she also said that her old management played a role in a lot of her setbacks, which I found to be quite interesting.
Would you say for your debut album that that the promotional pieces, that everything came together exactly how you want it?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
What would you have done differently?
It's hard to answer that question only because I feel like there's been so much prior to even the rollout that has kind of affected the outcome and like the result of. I think that we were doing the best that we could with the cards that we were dealt and what was given. A lot's changed from the beginning of the process when it comes to this album up until now. In terms of the business, on my behalf, things could have just been handled more responsibly.
That's honest.
And then things happened that were just kind of inevitable in terms of like my team switched, which was for the better, by the grace of God. But in real time, like it didn't feel very good, especially with trying to put this album out and that feeling like yet another roadblock. But there's been so much resistance, I feel like, on this process for me, which makes this moment even sweeter and mean more, just because of everything that I feel that I've had to endure.
A lot of life.
Yeah.
A lot of adult stuff and family heavy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. My mom diagnosed with breast cancer, and then the following year, my dad diagnosed with prostate cancer. A lot of things shifted, team changing, a lot. So I can't necessarily say that the journey looked like what I envisioned, but I'm grateful for it because I feel like I've learned so much. And so for me to finally get this project out, like there's been plenty of times where I'm like, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, is this gonna happen?
You didn't think it was gonna come out?
There was a lot of factors.
Yeah.
A lot of factors.
Like what?
It's logistics. It's a lot of things like behind the scenes, and like management was a really huge part of that.
Totally.
For me, you know, right in the middle of everything happening. So I think that also kind of felt like yet another setback. But in hindsight, it was the best thing that could have happened to me.
One thing that Normani echoed that stuck out to me a lot was the switching of her management teams. Now, for those who don't know, Normani actually used to be managed by this guy named Brandon Silverstein. He has this management label called S10, and he partnered up with Jay-Z's management company, Rock Nation. In fact, he's still doing business with Jay-Z because a couple of months ago, he was out there in Japan doing business with him. So he's actually one of Jay-Z's business associates. And this was Normani's manager. However, he wasn't a very effective manager for Normani at all. She missed a lot of opportunities. She missed tons of opportunities to actually perform. And also, she had a Tommy Hilfiger deal that fell through. And there was just a lot of things that just didn't go right when she was under his management. And I don't really know the ins and outs of everything that happened, but Normani's producer, Tommy Brown, actually put this tweet out and said, let's be honest, some managers kill careers. The mentions were very interesting because a lot of people said he was talking about Normani's manager at the time, Brandon Silverstein. So there is this belief that Brandon mismanaged Normani's career for a long time. And I did end up finding some information on him that was very disturbing to me. In fact, Industry Blackout actually put Brandon on blast for cussing out and berating one of his young black clients.
You! Bro, I have tens of millions of dollars. I'll sue you. I'll fucking sue your artist. I'll fucking sue your artist's father. I'll sue everybody. I'll sue the label you signed to. I'll sue the fucking publisher you signed to. So shut the up. Shut up, you little Shut the up.
Do y'all hear how unhinged this man sounds? I mean, can you all imagine what he must have been doing behind the scenes and how he must have been handling Normani's career if he's acting like that? Now, the Industry Blackout gave more details about his rant in this long post and said that he was cussing out a teenage artist. And the songwriter Tiffany Red actually spoke to the artist's team, and she called out Brandon Silverstein as well.
This is giving unhinged. This is giving, maybe you should invest in some anger management. This is giving, I do business like I think I'm a mafia mobster or some shit. This is how I negotiate, by making threats to 23-year-old and 16-year-old kids and try to ruin their dreams if they don't do what you want, right? So I just got off the phone with the manager who he just spoke to like that. He's 23 years old. He manages a kid that's 16. 2 young black men from London. Okay. At this point now, the kid doesn't even know if he wants to do music anymore because of how Brandon is treating him and speaking to him. And the manager is just saying, hey, my client's not happy, trying to, negotiate because, they're in business with Brandon. And this is how he responded. Don't put your page on private now, Brandon.
You! Bro, I have tens of millions of dollars. I'll sue you. I'll fucking sue your artist. I'll fucking sue your artist's father.
This crazy man was managing Normani. Now, can you understand why it took so long for Normani to get an album out? Can you understand why her business was all out of whack? Because this guy was managing her career. And I'm side-eyeing Jay-Z for still doing business with him. I really am. But yeah, that video was very disturbing, and it says a lot about Brandon Silverstein's character. And he seems to be pretty connected too. So I wonder if he has had any effects on Normani's career behind the scenes. I wonder if he kind of ruined her relationship with her label RCA, or I wonder if he kind of hurt her reputation. I don't know. You just never know. With his type of temperament, anything could have happened. But I am glad that Normani left him. I'm glad that she signed with a new management team. She's currently being managed by Lydia Azrat, who is responsible for Doja Cat and Coco Jones' success. And also she's managed by Brandon Creed, who manages Charlie XCX, Troye Sivan, and Ariana Grande. So just last year, she signed to this new management, and within a year, she was able to get her album out finally. So that lets you know that her new management team has done more for her within 1 year than her old manager did for her in 5 years. So Normani has dealt with a lot, I will say that, and she still is not in the best position with her label RCA, but I think her and her team are going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting, and they're going to kind of have to move like they're starting from scratch. They have to build from the ground up. It's going to take a lot of effort, but I do think it will pay off. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.